Hello, it's Steve here, Headbanging Zulu. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Just thought I'd shoot a video. It's Wednesday night here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Might go out, might stay in, or who knows. But what I thought I'd do is just do a quick video. Can blame Metal Mickey in a way, because he mentioned a band called the Dead Daisies. And I was meaning to show it, because I love that band. I was meaning to show a CD and I forgot all about it, and I've just picked it up actually and thought, whoops, I meant to show that in a video, and it sort of got put out ready for showing, but it sort of got swept aside, if you know what I mean, in the tide. Before we go into the Dead Daisies, you remember I bought this book, what Metal Mickey showed me as well. This is the Contracting Blood book, and it's the history of the UK thrash metal scene. If you haven't bought it, I recommend you thoroughly buy it. It's 12 quid, it cost me, this one did, and that's the cheap one. I ain't going to talk too much about it because I already have. I've had these for a couple of weeks now, and that's the box set. This, I'm not saying how much it cost, but I got it at a decent price. But and I think it's second hand as well, this is, believe it or not. But these are going for stupid money, anywhere up to 70 quid. And basically you get all the music like in these discs, and there's a lot of them. That's another little booklet. I'll show you some of that, but basically that's what you get for your money, and you get loads of discs, so you've got an amazing amount of music. And yeah, that's another one there. You 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, and you get an absolutely huge amount of music with it. So you can't grumble at that. But you know, if you want to pay 70, I wouldn't pay 70 quid for it though. But what you also get with it as well is a little booklet, which is a bit of booklet action, as Greg would say. I'll just show you some of it. And you got that. You've got, oh, it's colour as well. You've got some nice colour pictures of collage, I believe. And yeah, they're really kind and generous to you. But yeah, if you're interested in, like me, in UK thrash, definitely buy it. This is going to be a killer. But as I say, I do emphasise, please folks, shop around, because if you don't, it's going to come very expensive. But that's the CD box set to go with the book. It's only a once in a lifetime buy, so I thought, because I'm absolutely massive into thrash music in a way, so I thought I'd buy it, and it's a once in a lifetime purchase for me. But normally I wouldn't buy that, because you're going to pay like 70 quid for it. It's just ridiculous. But now Metal Mickey's channel mentioned this band, and this is the Dead Daisies, and this is the record I meant to show. And if you know anything about the Daisies, they're not really a band, they're more like a conglomerate or something. There are loads and loads of musicians who played with them, and I think they're Australian stroke American musicians. They're a really, really good band, and apparently this one's called Revolution. It was done in Cuba, and there's some killer tracks on this album. You got Mexico, which is absolutely killer. But yeah, this is the CD, and that's the track listing. But I'll give it 9 out of 10. It's just brilliant. It's rock and roll stroke metal, and I'll pull the booklet out. I've been rehearsing now, Greg. I'm getting more professional, so I do a little rehearsal, make sure the lighting's right, then do it that way. But the content's still rubbish. I've got a standard to maintain. I don't want to get too good. There you go. But yeah, that's the booklet that goes with it. But now get a bit serious. If you haven't checked out the Dead Daisies, please do. You won't regret it. They're a fantastic band, or conglomerate, or corporation, or whatever you want to call it. Now the rare one, I thought I'd show you this. I knew I had it, but I found it the other day, and it's a naughty one. It's a bootleg, but it's Keith Richard, and it's called The Expensive Winos, and that was the band. That's what they used to call themselves. It's called Tata, and I believe it's a concert featuring Keith Richards. I don't know. I think it was his dirty. I can't remember the album. I've got it on the tip of my tongue. I might tell you in a later video, but it's just escaped me. But it's got some killer stuff on for here. It was live in '92. I think it was the first album he did. But it's got Gimme Shelter, which is a Stones track, and it's a killer track. But I've had this for yonks, and I was lucky to get hold of it. The sound quality is really good, and it's a killer concert. You get a lot of solo stuff. You get songs like Happy, which is a good, I think that's off a Stones album as well. And yeah, it's just absolutely brilliant. But as I say, it's got Gimme Shelter, and it's just a killer version of that song. So you won't get this CD, but if you have, you're very fortunate. But I just thought I'd show it. But yeah, it is one of my most prized possessions, I suppose, or goes in the top 10 of the collection. I got it, I reckon, about 93, 94. I was shopping, and this lad says, "You like the Rolling Stones, don't you?" And he showed me that. It wasn't very expensive either, but yeah, so I just thought I'd show it. Last but not least, I've got the vinyl version of this, and you don't see this one on the VC very much. It's a great rock and roll swindle with the Sex Pistols. I pulled this one out to show and play as well, and this has got some killer songs. I remember I saw this when I was a kid at school. There's a story behind this, nearly got me expelled from school. If you're familiar with it, it's got a rather rude song on it. I'm not going to say the title, but it's something you do in the rigging. And being school kids, we used to sing it all the time. And one of the teachers heard me, and it got serious. I was called into the headmaster's office. I thought they were going to expel me from school. But it's also got 10-Pole Tudor track on Who Shot Bambi as well, which is a bit cruel. Hope there's no animal rights people watching this. Who Killed Bambi, which is 10-Pole Tudor. He recently was in the Harry Potter films. It's basically when the Pistols or McLaren tried to take, I think it was EMI, tried to take £1 million off them or something. But I've had the album and I watched the film when it came out. This has got to be what, 83, I suppose, 80s. But it's absolutely brilliant, and it's one of my sort of favourite. Yeah, there it is. It's the last track, something in the rigging. But it's got some good stuff on here. But you get like a poster with it as well. It's quite common, the CD is, but my albums, I've got it somewhere. It's in pristine condition, and if there's any animal rights people looking, that's poor Bambi, look. But I've had this record forever. And if you're fortunate enough to have a vinyl, which I've got as well, but yeah, you can pick these up easy enough. You can see how long I've had it. It's an original, this CD is. It's not, I don't think they've reissued, I may be wrong, but I don't think they've reissued this, but as I say, I may be wrong. But this CD was an original, and I've had it for literally about 20 years, and that's how much it cost me, $5.99. But it is an original, but it's another piece of rock and roll history I thought I'd show. Anyway, folks, excuse the voice. It's one of the byproducts of being an asthmatic. And I just thought I'd shoot this video. Peace and love, folks. Good night.